Leader or manager? That's the question of the day. In today's episode, we're going to explore leadership versus management, and we're starting right now. Hey everybody, my name is Gordon and welcome to another episode. If this is your first time and you're interested in learning more about Cliftonstrengths, leading a strengths-based life, and anything else related to growth, leadership, or development, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything. So we're now into episode 6 of our 9-part series on effective leadership. And in this series, we've been exploring Gallup's research related to leadership and how to be an effective leader. And we're relaying that together with my own experience of 2+ decades of leading schools and leading systems. And before we get started, drop in the comments below, who are you more inspired by? A leader or a manager? Take a moment and just share some insights with me in the comments. Again, what do you think is more important, a leader or a manager? And let's jump right in. So back to the question of the day, am I a leader or am I a manager? So managers focus on the here and now, the day-to-day, making sure that the operation, that the short-term goals are executed, that the short-term priorities are able to be fulfilled. Managers think about the organization in terms of days and weeks. Leaders, on the other hand, are thinking about the organization through the lens of a strategic vision and a strategic long-term direction. So when leaders are looking at the organization, they're building strategic plans and they think about the organization in terms of quarters, years, and decades. The bigger picture. They're crafting a bigger vision to then give direction and lead those people who are focused on those more short-term goals. So let's use an example of fighting a wildfire to give this analogy of leaders versus managers. So when a wildfire breaks out, immediately there are crews that are dispatched to deal with the fire on the ground level, on the front lines, and they are dealing with immediate response, immediate execution of objectives, and immediate action that they're taking to push back and stop the fire. Managers are dealing with those immediate objectives, those immediate obstacles, those immediate actions. And at the same time, there's a command staff, there's a command center, and there are leaders there that are not only thinking about that front line of those objectives to stop that fire as it's progressing, but they're looking at a larger map. They're looking at a larger scale. They're thinking, where are their homes? Where are their residents? Where are their potential other issues that we need to be thinking about as the fire may or may not progress? So they are not thinking about that immediate. They want those immediate objectives met and achieved, but their bigger picture as leaders is they're thinking about 3, 4, and 5 steps ahead. This is the best analogy between managers and leaders. Managers dealing with the short term and leaders dealing with the long term. And in that example, what's really important to note is that managers are critically important. They're critically important to execute and be able to meet the organization's objectives. Without managers, the frontline work, it doesn't happen. But without leaders, the strategic vision, the strategic work, the long-term health and vitality and the ability to execute over the long term doesn't happen either. Both managers and leaders are critically important to an organization's progress. So as we start to develop a deeper understanding of what it means to be a manager versus what it means to be a coach, and how the two pieces are interconnected, the two roles are interconnected, managers are critically important, leaders are critically important, but also as important is to determine and understand what your role is within the organization, and then using that understanding of the role to then expand on your ability to be effective in executing in that role. And so this leads us back to the seminal conversation about how important strengths are and how important it is to invest in yourself and invest in your ability to grow and develop and to be able to execute in your role based on what you do. And so don't forget to check out this video that will help understand and unpack the power of strengths and the strengths-based assessment. And don't forget, if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check the description below for more information on Cliftonstrengths resources and coaching opportunities as well. Thanks so much for watching. It's a pleasure to serve this community. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Be well, everyone.